My vegan neighbor ran a campaign about banning meat until I hosted the neighborhood's biggest barbecue. Amelia moved into the house next door 6 months ago and immediately appointed herself the moral guardian of our entire street. She knocked on every door with pamphlets about factory farming, held candlelight vigils for turkeys in November, and played slaughterhouse documentaries on a projector aimed at her garage door every Friday night. The kind of person who left meat is murder flyers under windshield wipers and called animal control when she saw my cat catch a mouse. It started when she marched over while I was mowing to lecture me about the chemicals I spray on my lawn. She claimed the herbicide I use for weeds would give her newborn cancer and demanded I switch to organic lawn care or she'd report me to the city. Then she interrupted our 4th of July barbecue because she said the smell of meat gave her nightmares about poor animals. She ordered that I move my grill to the other side of my yard and stomped her feet like a kid when I said no. Every morning I'd find passive-aggressive notes on my diesel truck like Planet Ender and hope you can afford the cancer treatments. Amelia didn't even spare me at the grocery store. She cornered me in the meat section and started grabbing items from my cart. Then she announced to everyone that I was why healthcare costs were so high and told my 7-year-old daughter that her daddy pays for animals to be tortured. I think you get the point by now, but the incident that made me lose it was still yet to come. During my daughter Nancy's outdoor college graduation party, 50 guests were celebrating in the backyard with a full catered barbecue spread. Nancy was inside giving her thank you speech when I suddenly heard screaming outside. I ran outside in a panic only to see 24 chickens flooding through our open side gate, going absolutely crazy. The birds flapped onto food tables, knocked over drinks, and defecated everywhere. Guests tried dodging the chaos while elderly relatives slipped in the mess. Someone had even called the health department about animals contaminating the food. An inspector arrived within 20 minutes and immediately condemned everything. $3,000 worth of catered food got thrown out. Nancy's graduation party ended with guests fleeing through chicken droppings while she cried in her ruined white dress. I was standing in my destroyed yard trying to figure out where the hell these chickens came from when I happened to look up at Amelia's window. She was watching with this satisfied smirk on her face. When she saw me looking, she gave a little wave and mouthed, "Liberation." That's when everything clicked. She'd released those chickens. I had no proof, but I knew with absolute certainty. The law couldn't touch her, but I'd make sure everyone saw exactly who she really was. I spent the next week planning the ultimate all-American barbecue bash. I found out from another neighbor that Amelia had her vegan friends over every Saturday afternoon, so I scheduled my party for that exact day. I installed security cameras covering every angle of my yard, sent invitations to the entire neighborhood for Nancy's makeup graduation party, and bought the smokiest meats possible: ribs, bacon-wrapped hot dogs, plus mesquite and hickory chips to fog up the whole block. I positioned 3 grills along our property line after testing wind patterns for days. I kept my phone ready to call 911. The morning of the party, I fired up all 3 grills at 6 a.m. Amelia stormed over at 7 in her bathrobe, screaming about the smell. I calmly explained we were having Nancy's makeup graduation party since the last one got ruined. She stood there shaking with rage before stomping back and slamming her door so hard my wind chimes rang. By noon, I had 40 neighbors in my yard with kids playing cornhole and adults laughing over beers. Nancy was finally smiling again, serving potato salad to her friends. Then Amelia's vegan friends arrived for their weekly get-together, standing in her backyard covering their noses and coughing due to my meat smell while she tried to serve them lunch. Her face got redder by the minute. At 1 p.m., Amelia completely lost it. She marched through my gate screaming about biological warfare and toxic fumes. When I refused to shut down, she grabbed my garden hose to spray the grills. I turned off the water valve and she threw it down, then charged at the main grill trying to flip it over. 2 neighbors grabbed her arms to stop her. She broke free and kicked over the propane tank screaming, "Evil! You're all evil!" She was trying to disconnect the gas line while the grill was still on. 5 neighbors had to physically restrain her while she thrashed around screaming about animal genocide. Her vegan friends fled to their cars. Multiple neighbors recorded as I calmly dialed 911, explaining we had a trespasser trying to create a gas leak. The police arrived to find Amelia being held back by 5 neighbors while she screamed about animal rights. 12 witnesses confirmed she'd tried to create a gas leak by disconnecting a lit propane tank, and they arrested her for criminal trespass, attempted property damage, and reckless endangerment. As they put her in handcuffs, she was still ranting about justice for animals, and the party continued as the police car drove away. Nancy finally got her makeup graduation party, and Amelia never bothered us again.